So, tell me, Bruce Jenner, I got a question for you. Since you've gone after Larry Elder, who I've been listening to for years, and his brother when he would come on his show, when did you realize that you were actually a woman? See, I have a couple of daughters, and I remember really when they started at puberty stage. So when did you start yours? When did you get your first period? Or menstrual cramps, or yeast infections, or maybe a cyst on your ovaries? When did all this shit happen to you that you woke up and said, I'm really Caitlyn Jenner? Because I don't see that. Since you're on a Wheaties box, you sound kind of confused to me. When a man doesn't even know who the fuck he is. So I'd leave Larry Elder alone. Because this old tired Marine, I kind of got his back. And I think a lot of Marines are going to have his back. And just maybe a lot of Marines are just going to speak up somewhere along the line here to let you know that you old tired motherfuckers leave us alone. We're tired of this coronavirus shit. I haven't gone to the doctors in a year and a half because I won't put the mask on. I went to somebody for 26 years and they actually pushed me out the door. The VA won't see me because I won't wear a mask and I won't get a vaccine. So, I pay Humana, I don't get nothing. I serve my country, I earn that fucking thing. I don't say it was an entitlement, I earned it. But I don't get it unless I comply. Well, I'm from the old corps, and we don't comply to anybody. We don't kneel, we don't bend, and we don't fucking break. So, motherfuckers, get it together. And Marines, step out there. Let people fucking know that this shit don't fly. I was born in 1943, so I'm one of the childs of that greatest generation. So isn't President Trump. He understands all of it. Most people do. The rest of you people gotta get your shit together. And you transgender people, I'd like to know when you all got your menstrual cramps, when you first had your period. When did you realize that you were a woman? Can't happen. You tell me trust the science? Science says you're either a man or a woman. That's it. That's what the science says. But you don't want to trust that science. But you want us to trust the science of the COVID-19. That is a lot of bullshit. A lot of bullshit. They called it out when it first started. Said I wouldn't do anything then, and still not going to do anything. So you're playing Russian roulette with my life. Doctor told me, my heart doctor said there wasn't one person in there that would touch me because I didn't have a mask. Bunch of cowards. You're all a bunch of cowards. See, I grew up when doctors came to the home. Dr. Bruno actually was a doctor that came. He actually delivered me. He also delivered my children. And when we had the measles or the chicken pox or the mumps or the whooping cough or whatever it may be, doctor always came to the house. Never wore a mask. Didn't have any fear about him either. Took care of his people. He was a community doctor, very well loved, very well supported. You other doctors here, you're not keeping your oath. You're not standing by your oath. Government doesn't have a right to mandate us. Government doesn't have a right to tell us to wear a fucking mask. You don't have that fucking right. Not under the Constitution. Not under the Declaration of Independence. That's the oath I took. That's the oath that I will defend. You all take your own walk. You all do your own thing. Me? I'd rather breathe the fresh air of freedom than fuck around with you fucking snowflakes. So, I got some nice stories that I'd like to tell you along the way. Kind of make you laugh. I think you all need some kind of a grandpa to give you some fun stories from the past. And I especially like that Charlie Kirk show because he's working with the youth. And those Hodge twins and Officer Tatum and Jericho Green and ABL, they're all some cool motherfuckers. They really, really are. They get it. You know what they get? The black man ain't going nowhere without the white man, and the white man ain't going nowhere without the black man. That is the fact of life. Get used to it. We're not a systematic racism. There's no systematic racism in this country. You can't make me believe it, and you can't make my old-time friends believe it either. You're a bunch of snowflakes, and you're a bunch of lying motherfuckers. Hoorah!